Michael, and welcome back to another episode of Wigged Out. I am super excited today because this is the much anticipated comparison of Jon Renau's California Blondes collection. I have been researching, learning the color codes so that I can bring all this information to you guys so that we can break down the four most beautiful blondes that I have ever seen. So, without further introduction, I thought I would start with some of the most commonly asked questions about the collection, and one of which is which color is the ashiest out of all of the colors that Jon Renau has made in this series, like the four individual blondes. So the ashiest is of course, Palm Springs Blonde. And Palm Springs Blonde is FS 17101 S18. Now, let's break down that color code because it's a very interesting color code. So as you can see, overall this looks like a very white platinum, almost silvery with a little bit of darker blonde and light brown mixed in. So first appearances, you would assume that she has the darkest root. In fact, I believe Venice Blonde has this. But let me just pull out my swatches. So let me set her back over here. Pull out my swatches. Now, when you're doing a blonde comparison, and I actually found this out, trying to break down all the color codes was really fun because I actually had to pull out 3 different color rings. Yeah, 3. I had to pull out the grays and the platinums, the blonde and the brunette. So the first thing I want to point out, so here my, Heather from Pretty Wigs to you was absolutely just love you, Heather, for letting me borrow these so I can do this for everyone. Because one of the most scary things for most people, and here are the brunettes. One of the things that's the scariest to most people when they buy these wigs is they're like, what is the root color? Because, dark roots can be harsh. And I personally, I wouldn't want black roots either. So, Palm Springs Blonde has this, she's beautiful, but she has this extremely, what looks like really dark root. But in actuality, she only has an 18. So if I do not believe that there is an 18 on this ring, but there is, I have a number 10. So if you ever see a number 10 root, this is your color. Let's see, do I have 18 on here? I think this is the one number that they don't include, and I think it's only because it's not a color unto itself. So here we are with the actual color swatch of the FS 17. So here you will see the 18 root. So here's your root color, and then here is the 17 and the 101. Now I also have on this key ring the 17/101. So if you're looking for maybe Palm Springs Blonde, but you don't want the root, I would go off on the thinking that these two colors right here, this is the rooted, this is the non-rooted. So that would be 17/101 is the unrooted version, in my opinion, of Palm Springs Blonde. So there you are. The two different and now mind you, these are not gonna look the same on the little thing, the little samples, because they layer them. As you can see, you have the root and then the the 17 and the 101. So I just thought that was fascinating. And then the second most, ashiest would be, if you're looking for a more neutral, cool color, Cameron is the second ashiest, and she's in Venice Blonde. So as you can see, and this is Parker, and I have a review up on the channel of her. This is Cameron, and she has a very, very dark root, as you can see. And later on in this video, I'm actually going to take them all outside, set them all next to each other, and then label them in the video so you can see which one is which, so you can get a better, you know, idea of what they look like in different lighting conditions, because blondes are tricky. They're like the trickiest color in the world. Next to brown. Brown is also tricky because brown can be too warm and it can also be too ashy as well. Let me grab the color tag. So her color is 22F16S8. So the thing that's interesting about the 22F16S8, so 22 F frost, which means frost, 16, and then a root of 8. So she has a dark root. Let me pull out the number 8 on this color sample to give you guys an idea of what, there we are. There is a number 8 root. So this gives you a perspective of what you're looking at when you're looking at a number 8. A number 8 is my natural hair color. So it is a dark, medium to dark brown. So it's somewhere in between the two in my opinion. But that is Venice Blonde's root. And I wanted to show everybody because I've seen a lot of people, you know, one of the hesitations with buying the California blondes is what's the root color. So I thought it would be more fun to actually show you guys what the root looks like in next to the actual wig, so you get a better idea, because this is a longer swatch here, so you can actually see what you're getting. Because you know, dark roots mean dark knots as well. So you know, although I've never had that problem with Jon Renau, all of theirs are absolutely, you know, their hand tieds, lace fronts in their monotops, and their hand tied wigs are just wonderful. I've never run into an issue of having obvious knots on my wigs. So the next, don't you hate that when you get hair in your mouth? Like, it's disgusting. This is, by the way, I'm wearing Carrie. I'm going to be doing an update about how she's holding up, but she's holding up wonderful. Like, I wore her on the boat this last weekend with a headband, mainly because I didn't want to deal with the snarls and the tangles that you would get with synthetics. This was much easier to deal with. So the other thing, you know, which one would you consider to have the darkest root? Well, the darkest root in the California Blonde series is going to be the Venice Blonde. She has the absolute darkest root. Her color code is has an S8. Laguna Blonde, if you're looking for something that's got, you know, it, because I keep saying that these are very similar. These two colors are very similar. This one's cooler, this one's warmer. That's the main thing here, and I'll get into that when I tell you about the color code on this. But this one is an S8. So you get an S8, you get a 22, and an F16. So if I can just pull out the little swatch for you guys, you know, sometimes I swear they just, the way, I'm all prepared before I start these videos, and then sometimes I feel like I'm sitting here fishing trying to find the correct. So this is a 22. 22 by itself. It is a very nice, in my opinion, it has a green, to me it's very ashy. This is it looks, maybe on camera it's coming off as a little bit golden, but in person I'm seeing there's a definite green tinge to this. I don't know if you can see, if I hold it down here, I can see it on camera now. To me this is greenish, not warm. So this is an ashy color blonde. So whenever you see a 22 in your color code, no matter whether it's the California Blondes or if it's another, Jon Renau blonde, this is the color you're getting. It's going to be a very ashy, just neutral colored, pretty blonde. This is actually one of my favorite color blondes in the Jon Renau line. And then you have you have a 16. So the 16 frost. So this is what you're getting. You're getting these two colors. And a 16 is going to be a little bit more, it's going to be warmer, but it's still to my eyes, in my opinion, it is still extremely, it's still ashy to me. So there you go. 22, a 16, and then obviously, let me grab that root of 8 for you guys so you can see. But this is the three colors that make up the Venice Blonde in the Jon Renau line. I don't know if this is even useful. I know it is for me because I wanted to make this video because I know buying colors is like one of the most defining factors for a wig, and you know, I just want to help people learn what each one of these color numbers is, because then you can avoid, like, if you don't like warm wigs, you can always avoid warm wigs, because the color number, it never lies. It's always authentic. So like I was saying, the blonde that is the most golden, you know, the one that I have always, you know, pointed out that is golden on all the forums and different places is this one. This is Rose. She's in Laguna Blonde. It's a very nice, I like this color. You know, I don't dislike any of the colors. I like them all. They all have their place in my little closet of wigs. So this is Rose, like I said, and she's in Laguna Blonde. That is FS24 102 S12. So let's break that number down. So FS, usually an FS color is usually a syrup shade. So let me see if I can actually do, let's see, find this. 22, where is the, I'm trying to find the correct color for you guys. I'm so funny and I'm so sorry. I totally swear that I was actually prepared. This is 24. This is number 24 in the Jon Renau. So you're going to get, this is the main, usually the first number in a color code is going to be the main, you know, the most, you're going to see the most of this color in a wig. At least that's what I, you know, trial and error has taught me. So this is FS. So this is 24. And then, you know, 102, there's not an exact color for 102 in here, but 102 is a creamy blonde. It is a very creamy blonde, and you can see it right through here, as you can see, like, it's the highlight on this wig. And she has the same color root as Malibu Blonde. So if you like Malibu Blonde, but you want to go lighter, and you're not afraid of a little warmth, and you love the root on this, this root is the same on both wigs. Malibu Blonde, the reason why I'm leaving her for last, you know, she's the most beautiful color. She's my favorite color, to be honest with you. So back to Rose. So Rose has a root of 12. And let me see if Jon Renau has that number. Because sometimes they don't have a 12. Like, they won't have an individual color, because they don't make that color, you know, wig. Like, as a, just, you know, because you'll find a number 6 wig. But I don't know if I'd have a number 12. Let me see. Yep, there's number 12. And number 12 is a nice golden. It's very warm. It's a very, to me, it's a very warm brown. So I hope this is, you know, helping someone, because I just don't want to seem like I'm nuts today, because I'm kind of nuts, and I think it's okay. It's okay, as long as I don't start answering myself when I'm talking to myself. So one of the most, you know, one of the things that I like the most about the California Blondes is that, you know, I like the names. Laguna, Palm Springs, you know, Venice. It just gives you gives you thoughts of California. And when I think of California, I think of the Queen Mary. As you guys might know and or might not know, I'm obsessed with ocean liners, and I love, I love Queen Mary, and she's in Long Beach, California. So as soon as this pandemic is over, God willing, I will be taking a little trip there. So this is Rachel in Malibu Blonde, which is 12 FS12, and in this case, FS does not refer to a syrup color. It's 12F, which is 12 frosted, and then S12, so it's got a root of 12. So she is a very beautiful color. She is the darkest color in the California Blonde. So if you want a nice dark natural, to me, when I see this color, she does not appear as if she's been done. Like, this doesn't, to me, this is a kind of blonde that just looks like typical California natural, just natural. No silicone injectors. Completely, you didn't go to the beauty salon, and it's beautiful. It's this wig has, I am proud to say that this wig is 3 months old as of Cinco de Mayo. So she is in great condition. As you can see, her ends are still absolutely, so that's just a little update on how all of these have worn. This is like my third or fourth, really big purchase, and it's one of my oldest, and I love her. I love her. She's absolutely just a wonderful, beautiful color. Absolutely beautiful. She's to me, if you really wanted me to be swayed to which color is my favorite, it would be the California Blonde collection. It would be Malibu. I put this on and I'm comfortable in a way that I can't explain. Like, sometimes you wear a light color blonde and it's just like this, for example. This gets attention. When I go out in public, I'm weird. I don't want attention. I just want my hair to look nice. But as you can see, the difference, this is 101 mixed with 613, but this isn't a good comparison because this isn't in the California Blondes collection. Do not let me mislead you. And this is human hair. She's been purple shampooed a couple times to get her to be not brassy, because one of the things that I have learned while doing this, and I'm looking right now down at my lap because I'm trying to find the color, is 613. A lot of people buy 613 wigs, and and I don't do 613 for me, only because, and this is what's funny, 613 is actually on the gray one. It's in the gray and platinums. I am so sorry, you guys, that you have to wait for me to dig. But here's 613. So whenever you see 613, I just want you guys to know one thing. Anytime you see the number 613, it means it's going to be a golden, yellowy, it's very warm. It's a very warm color. So this is one of the colors that, if you see this color code in a wig, be cautious, because the tone of overall of the wig, depending on the mix and the blend and how they do it, it's going to be very warm. 613 is a very warm golden color. There you go, guys. So the lightest, the lightest wig here, or this is the, I've got myself reversed like I told you guys. This is the darkest Malibu Blonde next to the lightest root and lightest color. Malibu Blonde is the second lightest root, along with, what is the other one? Look at me. Laguna Blonde. I am so sorry. Again, I don't know where my brain is lately. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to take a video of all four of these colors on their wig stands in the natural lighting, so you can see each individual color. But these are just these are my favorite color blondes in all of the color lines. The closest, you know, thing I've ever seen to just natural, beautifully done blondes. You know, Jon Renau knocked this one out of the park. You know, it's just absolutely, like, every one of these blondes has a place, at least for me, in my closet. You know, I am probably going to uh, be getting a Venice blonde soon, because Venice blonde is my second favorite next to, as you guys can see, it's beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. So Venice blonde next to Laguna blonde. They look very similar. They really, really do to the naked eye. But they are close. They're very close colors, because this is 22 and this is 20. No, this is 20. This is 24 and this is 22. As you can see, it's, you know, and then the root colors S8, you know, and S12. So they're not, so if you want, like, to go slightly lighter, this is your option. All right, you guys, so I want to say, wow. I never expected that the gift card was going to be as wow. Like, thank you guys, and welcome to all the guys on this channel. It's really, like, honestly, it's amazing. That's exactly why I wanted to do this. I just want to take and smash certain stereotypes. Men want to look good too. And to all my, you know, all my subscribers, it's like, thank you guys for just being here. It's like, what a ride. I did not think that in October of last year that I would be sitting here making this video, and we are, you know, over 400. I'm really excited. There's some really great things coming up, some more content coming out. So I hope that you guys stick around for that. And until next time, this has been another episode of Wigged Out, and I hope that this made a little bit of sense to you guys, because sometimes my mind, I worry that, like, I'm a little nutty. So I hope this helps somebody. And until next time, bye.